Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and I'm here with Miguel Nunez. Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you.
Miguel, I know that you do a lot of trust sales. You do, and you in doing so, you have to do some estate sales. So I'm
Yes.
curious about how you navigate that when a house is full of, personal
Mm.
property, and they come to you and say, "Help us, get rid of this so we can sell this property." What do you
Yeah.
do?
Well, there's two ways. Some people, I wish everybody would say, just help us get rid of this. But then maybe within the same family member say, oh, by the way, that vase is a Chinese vase and it's worth X or so. So there's so many opinions on this one. So we have to navigate very carefully. It has nothing to do with the real estate. So, based on my 29 years in the industry, I kind of go in and kind of see. I'm not an appraiser, I'm not an art expert, but enough to know who to call.
Yeah.
If I see there's certain quality products, arts, decorations, I know which person to call. If it's a house where sometimes relatives and most of the times they're out of town, they come in, they go through everything, they take all the valuables, and they say just okay, everything else do a garage sale or an estate sale. Then that's the easy part. Now, to make things a little bit more complicated, before all the nonprofits like the Salvation Army and those, you could call them up and say, "Hey, there's a lot of good stuff here. Why don't you come and pick it up? And hopefully it'll help somebody else." Now they're saturated. Now they say, "Well, we can't send it for somebody, but if you hire this other company, so it costs you a couple grand sometimes to get rid of stuff to donate to the charities." When we have stuff that is valuable, then let's say there's some nice furniture, for example, or china, or then you need to bring somebody, a person who's an appraiser slash estate sale, who will come in and appraise, give an approximate appraisal of what it is. They're not cheap. Typically one of them we use. The whole process costs them about $5,000 with
Geez.
staff and everything. So whatever it is that they're going to sell has to be over that to cover their
Right.
expenses. Of course, if there's some valuable as art pieces there, then more than carries it. Sometimes even a car helps to cover that
Sure.
minimum. But it is delicate because again, you want to make sure that you have the right person who will appreciate what's in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work, Miguel.
It's more responsibility,
Yeah.
and having the good network. Unfortunately, we've been in the business many years, so we know who is good at what, and I think that's key, and it makes our life easier, right? We at the end, I want our clients or the beneficiaries to be happy with the sale of the house and the disposition of the personal property. Adding that it's not just selling the stuff; it's the connection that those items have with the person who died.
Yeah.
So it's also a very emotional process that it's not just a commercial transaction. You have to be very sensitive to how this connected to one or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. And I love the fact that you have all these resources, skills, and knowledge. I mean, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
You bet.
All right.
Take
Thanks.
care.